Hey, what's up, guys? This is T-Bone here, and it's been a while since I've done a stream. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be streaming a couple of matches for Duel of Heroes. And today, what I'm gonna try and do also is if I actually get Mephala as a leader, I'm going to try and use her because we need to use Mephala and win 20 matches in order to actually unlock one of her levels for her lore. But as it is right now, let's see. As it is right now, I can use Catherine or Rashka. Catherine is really not... I feel like I'm gonna go with Rashka because this will be a better choice for me. That way I can use Demon and all the other heroes that can deal more damage. So let's go ahead and start with Rashka as the hero. Alright. Now, Swordsman would have been good for Catherine, but I'm going to select... Let's start with Monk. So we have a healer. And we're gonna pick Pit Fiend. Afridi for sure to make a Fire Lord. And now, in terms of the shield here, I'm going to pick Ogre. If we see Demon, we're going to use Demon for sure. Hellhound or Dwarf? I have one defense unit and no chargers. I feel like I'm going to be getting a lot of chargers if I don't select at least one. So I'll start with Hellhound now. Alright, and then I think I prefer Walking Dead. Alright. And now here is basically the options I have here. And last time I selected Naga, but I think I need to select Angel for the revive. It's just I think a better choice. And White, Rock, or Goblin. I'm gonna go with Goblin in case I don't actually get Mephala. And if I get like Hack, for example, this would be a good team to use a multi-attacker type team. And so let's go with Gog here. Pegasus, Goblin, or Archmage. I think I would probably actually use Pegasus more. Alright, so I already have Pit Fiend and I have Afridi. Which one would be better here for me? If I'm using, but Afridi actually gets selected pretty often for banning, so I'll go with the second Pit Fiend, I guess. And let's see, so we got Unicorn, Hellhound. I got a Hellhound. So let's go Pikeman. We're already at 12 out of 16 though, so not great in terms of the selection here. I don't think. Dendroid Guard versus Dwarf. I think I'll select Dendroid Guard. Alright, Stone Gargoyle, Firebird, or Archmage. Let's go Stone Gargoyle. And we have Naga, Black Knight, or Bone Dragon. I don't think I'm going to go Charger heavy, so I'm going to go Naga. And now we have Cavalier, Vampire, or Unicorn as our last selection. I'll go with Vampire. And so let's see here. For our last team selection, we have Moloch or Adelaide or Gilu. Well, Gilu isn't going to be the option, and I don't really have Charger, so it's going to have to be Adelaide. Let's see what her specialties give us. So cost of water magic is reduced by 10%. That's all I really get, and I don't have a lot of... I guess I'll use Adelaide here. But it looks like I'm probably going to be using Rashka given sort of like the fire team that I have. I don't have Crag, and I don't have other heroes, but Rashka does give a boost to attack, so at least let's go ahead and get started. I guess I'm gonna have to probably rely on Rashka here. Hey, what's up, Westwolf? And so, unfortunately, we didn't pull Mephala for our selection here. The goal was to use Mephala and accumulate 20 wins in Duel Heroes because it is one of the requirements for unlocking, I think, the 3rd level in Mephala's lore. And so let's go ahead and use this anyway. I mean, a win is a win, and let's see if we can get some. All right. So how are you doing, West Wolf? How are things? Hopefully everything's going well for you. All right, so I can disable one unit. Ooh, there's a lot. So I'm gonna disable their Black Knight first. Looking at the number of chargers, this is probably somebody who's running a team with either. It's not going to be Moloch. It's probably going to be. It's probably going to be Lord Heart. And I see Demon there as well. So I guess what I'm going to focus on is, I don't have Angel, but I do have 2 Pit Fiends. Yeah, this could be a crack team. That's okay. So what I'll do is I will do this. I didn't actually get Demon as an option, so that is a little unfortunate. But I do have Gog and I have Afridi. I'm going to have to use Afridi for sure. So this is going to be a 3 attackers, 3 attackers for sure. And then I will have Lord Heart. I'll have Afridi in the back here, and then I may not use all 4 defenders, but he's gonna be using chargers, right? So what I'll do is I'll have Lord Heart. I'll have him here, and we're gonna bring in another Pit Fiend. So this Pit Fiend will actually get me a defender up here. And so with the last 2 units I have, I could put Hellhound or I could put Gargoyle. Alright, so here's another charger. So he's choosing to go with another charger there. I mean, I think I'm okay with this. And I'm simply going to use Gawk here. So instead of another attacker, I'm going to put another Gawk, and I'm going to use Rashka as the hero. Alright, so let's go ahead and use Rashka. Alright, good night. Okay, close the door. Let's go ahead and battle. Taking a break from Legendary, as is everybody else. I'm doing well, thank you. Alright, so let's see how we do here. So we're actually up against Vidomina. Huh, okay. And I didn't see any Liches. I see a bunch of Archmage though. Okay. But I think with Rashka and my Infernal units, I wish I had Demon. Demon would have been perfect for this. But I think that it's funny, like I couldn't really actually use my 2 heroes to synergize with each other, because I basically have Adelaide for ice and have Rashka for fire. But this seems okay. I mean, don't have Angel to revive, but I have enough attack units. I think that if they use the skill for boosting attack, hopefully that will be good enough. David Rothwell. I'm curious as to how the next set of changes is going to be like once they bring in Vault. But until then, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm just going, like right now, I have enough trophies, so I'm just kind of coasting at this point. This is something I can do right now with, Duel of Heroes. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this. I couldn't use Mephala, so as I was saying earlier, Mephala is the way to go for unlocking. I don't know what to get rid of here. I guess I'll get rid of Lich. Right. Now there's so many options here, so many bad things. I think Bone Dragon seems like the natural option for me right now, because he will cause low morale for my units there. So I lost my Stone Gargoyle. That's not too bad. I think I'll get rid of the Bone Dragon. I'll get rid of the Bone Dragon. Yeah, I started making a video for how to unlock all of Mephala's lore, And I kind of expected that some of them are going to take more time just because like that's how it was for Adelaide as well. But I'm gonna go Angel right here. But turns out one of them requires you to actually go through Duel of Heroes, which is kind of fun, but you gotta use Mephala for that, and I wanted to get some practice in. Alright, so this might be a crack team, and you know, that's fine. I will do my best, I suppose. Dendroid Guard up here. And I need to have Fire Lord for sure, and I need to have my Naga in there. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be a crack team. I'm gonna do this actually. I'm going to do dual attack. I'm going to put my 3D right here. And so he might actually put a. I don't think he's gonna put a charger in here, given the team that he's got, right? And he's worried about my attack, so I'm gonna do this, and I'm going to just load up right here with Gog as well. Mount Fillmore, this feels like pain. I don't know, I'm gonna see this. Like, this would have been a perfect setup for Crack, to be honest with you, and I didn't get him. I'm gonna have to also change my, probably gonna have to also change my, my video thumbnail, just because it's not gonna be using Mephala for 20 wins, but let's see how we do. Let's go for it. I mean, Rashka at... Oh, that my opponent's also using two Pit Fiends. Now, Rashka at 4 stars actually is super, like... Is, it, in my opinion, like, really, really awesome, right? Your enemies take 40%, 50% more damage from fire. But I'm curious how this is going to work out. Right now, I'm losing more. Lost my Naga right from the beginning. That was a bad deal. And with, yeah, I guess with Rock on the team, my units don't deal quite as much damage. So it's just not the same, unfortunately. We're gonna lose this round. I thought that we would do better with more attackers lined up here, but I guess no. I guess this is not the right kind of setup for that. So we're gonna have to not put Naga right in the very front. We don't have Demon. That's the big difference. And George Isaacson, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And so let's jump right into it. And I do have Adelaide as well, although I don't feel like Adelaide is as good a hero for my setup. So my opponent used Monk, right? And so let's see, we got white, and the first thing I'm gonna do is get rid of Genie. And looking at some of the other cards here, so I lose Pit Fiend. Alright, so if I lose Pit Fiend, who do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of the white, the Rock, because Rock actually will decrease my attack, so that makes my attackers less effective. And the question is, do I want to use Adelaide or do I want to use Rashka? I feel like I still feel like I need Rashka here. And so I'm going to be a little bit more conservative, if you will, right? Maybe I'll do this instead. I'll be a little bit conservative. I will still have to put the Freedy here, but I'm probably not going to do too much of the attackers up here. Probably have more defense. George Isaacson is Mephala and Nico. Oh, this is a Gelu. Ah, this is gonna be Gelu for sure. All right. So funny enough, I don't actually have. So I only have Gog and Afridi as the fire units right now, so putting in Rashka may not actually be as useful as if I were to use something like this, right? Now I don't have any more defenders. I only have 2 defense, huh? Okay. So we're gonna do this. I think I'll put Pegasus in here actually. I basically don't have any more. I have 1 more defender. I'm just kind of curious what my opponent's gonna do. This is the Gelu team. And he definitely has a charger that he has in place. And so he'll probably have a defense. This is going to be tricky for sure. Put in an attacker and I'll do this. So I force him to defend down here. He's going to have to defend, like pick one of the 2. So he's going to defend down there. And I think rather than Rashka, which actually doesn't do anything, let's try Adelaide instead.
Ice and snow.
Right? So let's see how Adelaide does. So how did I work it out? I took a quick look. So I started on the... I actually started on the lore already, and on Reddit, that's what they said is the requirement for the 3rd level. So the second level requires you to dig up the treasure, and then after you dig up the treasure, then you're gonna have to win with Mephala in the Duel of Heroes. Yeah, so Adelaide's working a little bit better. I mean, like, her crowd control is much better with her ice wall. And this team seemed okay with Monk, obviously. And I mean, I'm up against Gelu. Gelu's just not that great of a hero in my opinion. Like, if you can control and you can pick out the backline quickly, then his skills doesn't really help that much, right? Alright, so that's 2 wins right there. I feel like, you know, that was the right thing to do, to switch over to Adelaide. And Westwolf, hopefully you got your phone back. You dropped it behind the couch. I guess you had to. So I'm not sure how that made it hectic. Like, did you have to like move the couch all around and everything? All right. So, oh my goodness. Well, I guess there's really. I would have liked to get rid of Lich. But the first thing I'm going to get rid of is Black Knight, because Black Knight hurts a lot. And I'm going to get rid of Genie as well. I think out of all these 3, I prefer to get rid of Genie. And I get rid of Black Knight. Now let's see. So this is probably going to be a Charger heavy type team if it's Lord Heart. Well, it all depends on how my opponent starts. Or is my opponent just so upset that he lost both Genie and Black Knight that he decides to not put anything? Alright, so we got that. So we'll do this, and now we will do this. And we will defend. Okay, now this looks more random, right? So I guess we'll do this. Yeah, basically my opponent's just gone random there. And then we're gonna put Naga here with Dendroid Guard defending up top. Yeah, basically randomized here. And here we're gonna have Monk for the heal. And we're going to have, I guess in this case we will use Rashka. Let's go confirm. I don't know what the requirements are going to be yet for the rest of the lore, but I was saying, like, I started making just like an offline video. I'm making a compilation of all the a compilation of all the different levels. I'm going to make one video out of it, and you know, including playthrough, and also just, and here it is, we have an opponent with Mephala. So we're gonna, you know, basically have one video that talks about all the lore rather than like individual ones all split up. All right, so let's see how we do here. Holy Shield on the Cavalier. Should be fine. I think we should be fine. We're gonna be able to burn down. We're gonna be able to burn down Monk. Rashka's skill is just super good if you're up against non-infernal units, right? Because they take double the damage for the fire spells. All right, so we're gonna have another win here, but I feel like this is because my opponent either timed out or just didn't care. So that's gonna be win number 3. So it's corner of the couch is a recliner against the wall. He had to squeeze behind and he got stuck. All right, that's 3 wins. So we used Rashka and we used Adelaide as well. I think it's gonna depend on the composition of our opponent as well. And haven't had a chance to play Duel of Heroes all week. The last time I did it was last weekend, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. And so there's a couple things happening, right? So tomorrow I'm going to be doing more of the lore for Mephala, and also I think I'm gonna hit level 64 tomorrow, so I will be able to I will also be able to make a video on that. All right, so my opponent's got a ton of things I want to get rid of. So the first thing is gonna be Genie, and what? Look at the rest of this. So we got Rock, Demon. I lost my Monk. Do I get rid of? I'll get rid of their Lich. There's so many different options there. I kind of couldn't decide. Probably could have gone rid of one of the bigger ones, but I feel like, you know, if in doubt, just get rid of something that is an SSR unit. Generally, probably would be helpful. Because my opponent could be playing Vidomina, right? My opponent could be playing Vidomina with a Lich. So who knows? And starts with a caster in the back. And an archer, that is going to be the, that right there is going to be Cyclops. And I've never really quite understood this defender in the second column play. I guess it forces me to it forces my units to go a little bit further in, I guess. I'm not sure. All right, well, we're gonna put our Pit Fiends. This is going to be a Rashka hero play as well, because I have Pit Fiends here, and they're going to power up the Horned Demon. So I basically get essentially like free defense here and here. Right? Is this better? So he's gonna try and charge through the middle, huh? Alright. The double shielding? Yeah, double shielding doesn't really work as well if you have like really strong attackers. So we got 4 attackers here and there. I wonder if he's going to put like another charger up here or here. An attacker down here. Alright. I wonder who that's gonna be. It's gonna be either Naga or... I bet you that's Naga down there. Yeah, see? Naga down there. So I'm up against, what's the hero that my opponent's using? Lord Heart. So there is the black, there's the Black Knight. Let's see if we can hold on here. Like, I basically made this lane more fortified. So there it is. We got rid of the Black Knight, right? That was the key thing. And my opponent putting basically all of his eggs in one basket there, in that one lane with all 4 of my units here, probably was what allowed me to win there. I don't normally win against Lord Heart, but in this case, we did well. Okay, and my Naga was the, like, look at this, like the Death Knight basically lasted just 15 seconds. The one that lasted even less time was Naga there. And yeah, all of our units actually survived pretty long, so that was a good fight. All right, win number 4 in the belt. Let's go and continue on. So Mount Fillmore, I also tried to do Trial of Angels. I'm still stuck on 8-3, but the one I'm stuck on is Trial of Darkness. Okay, so I don't have to get worried about him, so I'm gonna get rid of that and probably get rid of these two. Like I'm less worried about Demon, but he got rid of his own behemoth, which is fine by me. But yeah, so I was able to pass through Trial of Light. I can put 1 unit. So I'll start with Angel here. I was able to get through Trial of Light, but not through Trial of Darkness, just because I used up all of my strongest heroes in Trial of Light, and then I get pummeled in Trial of Darkness because of the Black Knights. The Black Knights in the corners are so tough to deal with, so I'm still trying to figure that out. But let's go ahead and I actually prefer using Ogre here in this case. Like, I don't have Swordsman. I should have picked Swordsman, but I picked Ogre instead. I think this is gonna be fine. Again, depends on how my opponent responds here. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to just kind of, I know that this is how I'm going to respond already, so I'm going to put, am I gonna do this? No, I'm gonna do this. I'll try the same lineup, same setup as last fight with Dendroid Guard in front of Naga, because I think she needs the shield. And I will have, yeah, I'll have the attacker here. And if I need to, I can not put the Pit Fiend down here and instead just put my... Okay, so he's basically gonna do that, then I guess I will support up top. I'm curious. Alright, well, let's see. Here, let's go Rashka here. This is kind of interesting. This could be 2 Black Knights, huh? This could be 2 Black Knights. No, 1 Black Knight and 1 Black Knight and 1 Cavalier. Can we take out one of the charges up top? Oh. So it actually looked like my Walking Dead or like immediately died, but got revived. Uh-oh, I lost my... So we got rid of the Black Knight, that's good. And they lost the Cavalier. Who did I lose? Can we take them out, please? The combination of my Pit Fiend plus the Horned Demon, can they actually... Okay. This isn't looking good for me, huh? Oh, that's too bad, we're gonna lose. So what was the difference maker there? So let me see. So my Angel didn't do nearly as good as his. His Angel really was, you know, the MVP there. Horned Demon actually did a ton of work. My Fire Lords did well. My Ogre and Dendroid Guard died pretty quickly. We're able to take out their Black Knight and their Cavalier, but it's the Angel. So the Angel really did a number on us, and ours just wasn't as effective. this one was a little bit of a surprise, and it was just Earth Arrow. It was just Crack, right? Oh, I guess it was Crack. That's the main difference, is that they had more DPS. All right, let's see if we can get win number 5 here. So we lost against Crack. Yeah, we were using Crack there, so he was able to get more attack boost. I need to play to my strength a little bit more. So using Rashka and not having Demon really hurts. Like, it would have been good to have even just Imp, right? Demon. Okay, I'm probably gonna get rid of the Bone Dragon out of all of this options here. I don't see any like great options to get rid of. And so I lose those two that I don't really care about as much. Out of these, White or Demon. I'll get rid of the White. It feels like none of my opponents strong units were displayed there for banning, so this could be a big surprise for me. This could end up being a big surprise. Alright, so what do we do? Like, what's the best way to play this team? With only 3 defenders, mostly attackers, but... So he's gonna start there. Probably Naga, huh? So I'm gonna do this. I'll start with this. See how he responds. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this then. Is this another like computer generated deal? So I don't have a defender up there. I'll put a charger up here, and I will have my fire lord up here. This just feels so random, and then like the bottom lane is like super heavy, that I guess what I will do is... What can I do? This feels wrong. I'm kind of surprised by this, but this feels wrong. And he'll probably put something up here if this is not the computer. It just feels weird.
Melt you away.
Like, I wouldn't need anything here. You probably... I guess with that, there's nothing needed in the bottom lane just because they're all gonna come up here. That's one option. Adelaide. Sometimes I can't tell if this is just a... I can't tell sometimes if this is just a case where the AI is the one doing the selection, or is this truly the opponent doing this? And so let's see. Let's pay attention to our Pit Fiend down the bottom. So we did lose one of them. I guess the Horned Demons that they summoned isn't really strong enough, right? Yeah, putting 2 attackers down in the bottom lane definitely was the wrong choice. I think we got lucky there. This just feels like it was an AI... it feels just like an AI selected team. Like the setup there. The smarter thing would have been to put the... It would have been to put Pit Fiends up top. Alright. Who do I get rid of here? Out of all of this, I think... Get rid of you. The next one that's on the list is going to be the Bone Dragon, I think. If my opponent doesn't get rid of the Angel, then I know that he's got the Angel, though. Right? You know what sucks? Is... I feel like I want to get rid of the Angel here. Like, this would have been I'm actually contemplating just getting rid of the Angel because I feel like my opponent's gonna have Angel, and he's gonna have the DPS support from his hero to do more damage than I could with my team. But I don't know. I guess let's see how my opponent starts. So lesson learned here. Let's not put Pit Fiend by themselves. Right? And so we'll start with the same... Start with this sort of same opening here. You missed my second hero. The second hero I have is Adelaide. Oh, my head is covering the selection. So I have Adelaide and Rashka as my two options. Okay, so it's gonna be this and that. Naga and Angel here feels... Rashka and Adelaide are my two heroes for this particular event. I couldn't select Mephala. That's the thing. Like, I came in here thinking I'm gonna go with Mephala, but I couldn't select her. I wasn't given the choice. Okay, so if you're gonna do that, I'm actually going to do this. Okay, so I don't have to worry about a charger up top. Thought about putting in my Hellhound or my Vampire down here just to kind of go take out their casters. But then if I put a Charger here, he's got the last to go. He's just going to put a Defender down here. It's going to distract all my guys. Right there. This is just weird. Alright, so my other option is Adelaide. But I think I'm going to go with Rashka. 4:20 a.m. in Iceland. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so he does have Angel. That's why I contemplated just getting rid of Angel so that I could focus. I could, you know, give him one less unit to work with. So up against Vidomina with 2 Liches. This could spell trouble. This could really be trouble for me, huh? Because look at all these skeletons down here. And his Angel's not dying, so this is gonna be a loss for me. I wish I should have taken out the Angel. I thought about that. I had that thought in my head that he didn't take out my Angel, and therefore he must have an Angel. And now I'm getting overrun with all of these units. Yeah, I didn't see Lich in the selection there, right? So Lich wasn't an option for me. It would have made a big difference, I think. It really would have made a big difference if he didn't have Angel to work with to take the revive. And I had more attackers in this place. So that wasn't as good as I would have liked. All right, let's try this again. And if we get Mephala, we're going to go with Mephala. Now, the thing is, I haven't unlocked the second one. I've only unlocked the second level for the Mephala lore. I just know that I would need to use Mephala in the Duel of Heroes, so I wanted to get some practice in. But we're going to start with Crag. And with Crag, we're going to have a Monk. We're going to use Monk for our healer, and we're going to use Stone Gargoyle for sure. Firebird, Wood Elf, or Lich? You know, Lich would actually come in pretty handy. Like, I remember using Lich last time, and when I've used Lich with Crag, it was really helpful. Centaur, Swordsman, or Iron Golem? I think I'll go with Centaur. Demon. I prefer demon. All right. All of these units I don't like. Okay, Behemoth, Angel, or Black Knight. Select Angel. White Goblin or Ogre. So I got two attackers. I need 4 defenders at least. Because I'm going to go with Crack. I'm going to go here. Okay. Put Cyclops here. I need more attackers. I should have put more attackers. I should have picked the Goblin, I think. White, Pegasus, or Gremlin. I don't like these options. I don't like these options at all. Look at this. What is this? Ugh. I got him going, I guess. Dude, this is just not... I don't have any good options here. Demon, Dwarf, or Orc? They're giving me really bad units here. I'll use Orc, I guess. I already have a Stone Gargoyle. This is terrible selection. I already have a Stone Gargoyle. I don't think I need 2 of them. But what am I going to do with Archmage and Firebird? Like, I don't have good synergy here. Cyclops, use them next to an open lane as bait. Charger runs in and gets stunned. Okay, so I picked Cyclops, right? I'm getting bad options. I know. I guess I'll use Archmage as a bait. Or Firebird. Firebird can get as a bait for them to ban. Ooh. There you go. Naga. And for my last one, it's going to be Vampire, I guess. I didn't see any of the other units there. And, not going to be Lord Heart. Because I don't have Black Knight. What does Rashka do? Rashka helps with... I don't have a 3D. Look at my units, right? So I've got... I got a couple of undead units here. So Vidomina would actually help as a secondary hero. Like, I'm probably not going to use Vidomina, but Vidomina's secondary unit gives me health and attack of all skeletons, including summon skeletons, liches, and bone dragons. Oh, I guess if I select the bone dragon, that would also increase. And again, unit damage and unit damage reduction. So I feel like this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick Vidomina as the secondary hero, and that is going to allow my skeletons to deal a little bit more damage. I need to have... Yeah, so I don't plan on using Vidomina. Lord Heart only boosts undead. Vidomina... What is her skill? Her skill is... Like, I'm not planning on using Vidomina at all. But I think the way it works is if you select 2 different heroes, then their global skill, I think, applies here. I mean, like, the other option is Rashka, but I don't have very many fire units. I have 1, 2. I have one Inferno unit, so I'm not really getting anything good out of it. Let's at least try to see if my Lich does a little bit more damage. But not using Vidomina, just going to be using Crack. Let's get started. And here's the thing, right? I have Angel and Naga as the primary attackers. This is the case where I should have picked a Goblin. Like, more attackers would have been better for me. But let's see. Let's see what it all comes down to the draft, really. I needed more options. Like, knowing that I had Crack, I should have just focused heavily on attacker heavy team. Because that would at least, give me... That would at least give me more options. So let's see. Out of all these, I guess I'll probably get rid of the Fire Lord. I Out of all these, I guess I'll get rid of the rock. Because rock actually can reduce my damage. I was gonna get rid of something and then my opponent banned it for, on my behalf. All right, so how is this going to work? What am I going to do? It's going to be Angel with... I didn't pick Swordsman again, right? Yeah, and I don't have Demon. Okay. And let's go and select... Yeah, okay, so my opponent is going to be going heavy on the defense. I'm going to start with this as a response. I'll probably do a 3 attacker, 4 defense with Lich in the back. That's probably what I'll do. And I'll use Crack Hack. Yeah, so 4 defenders. And I'm going to defend down here as well. Just to give no openings for the Charger player, although it doesn't feel like this is a Charger heavy team. But it feels like this is going to be normally the setup I would use anyway. And then I'll have a Stone Gargoyle here, and then I will have a Lich right behind here. That feels like the ideal setup. Yeah. So, Lich right here. And Stone Gargoyle right here. I place it in a 3rd lane so I don't get silence in case that's a white. I mean, I do know that my opponent has a white. And this is going to be an all crack fight. So I'm going to have to change the video for my... I'm going to have to change the thumbnail for my video because there is no Mephala. So I'm going to have to change the title and everything. This is just a good old Duel of Heroes. Could even select Mephala as my my leader here. All right, so there's Lord Heart. There's no Black Knight. Lord Heart, but no Black Knight. Okay, so let's go with. Okay, where is my will to kill? There you go. So get the will to kill. So we can start sending out some skeletons, and I think they're going to... My units are the ones dying, huh? I don't get this. I don't get this. How exactly is it that I am not out dealing damage to my opponent? Right? Like, their Angel is actually taking out all of my units here. I don't quite understand that. Can we at least... Can we make a comeback here? If we can take out Angel here, we might be able to make a comeback. Huh. Let's see. But it doesn't look quite... I'm down to just my skeletons and my liches. So that's gonna be a first loss. I don't get this. I don't understand how this worked. How is it that my units died and his didn't? Like, so we have Lich, right? What was it? Was it the vampire? So my ogre died right away. Ogre was useless there. That just didn't make sense. Like, all the times I've played with that setup, that had worked out well. I could put monk instead. I just don't get it. So he had a bone dragon that debuffed my enemy. My army there? I'm not sure. And Judge of all, you got your package, so glad to hear. All right, I will be right back, guys. Just give me a minute. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Apologies for that. How to play Lord Heart remains a mystery to you. Yeah, kinda, I guess me too. Well, let's jump into battle number 2. I mean, we're off to a good start. We're off to a 0-1 record here, so that is always a good thing to see when you're hoping for a 12-0 win. So we will not have a perfect record. And so let's see. So out of all of these, I think Bone Dragon is gonna go. Next up on the list between all of these units. Yeah, so there's the Firebird that that basically got taken out. I guess I'll get rid of Dendroid Guard. I don't really see any better option there. So Firebird is actually one that I don't ever plan on using, and so I actually selected the Firebird as a bait, so good to see that actually worked. And I think the other unit I lost was the Skeletons? It was the Walking Dead, yeah, so not gonna use that anyway. Let's go with a true crack style with 4 defenders and 4 attackers. Alright, and so we're gonna start with this. 4 defenders, 4 attackers. Just going to do this and this. Oh no, I'm gonna use Demon here actually. Prefer Demon. And I have... I guess I don't actually have 4 attackers. Oh, I do have 4 attackers. I'm not gonna use Pikeman as my 4th attacker. That's just silly. I'll use the Charger here instead. Because he doesn't have a defender up here. So I can actually push through this lane pretty easily here, right? I realize that my 4th attacker is Pikeman, and not really going to use Pikeman in any situation. Behemoth is usually your sacrificial lamb. Yeah, it's just that Behemoth comes with Angel and Naga, and it's always such a pain like to not pick Angel for me. And I feel like Behemoth only comes up one time. Like, you only ever get to see Behemoth once. Alright, so I think we're going to clear out this front line here, and then we're not going to go into the back. So this is where my vampires come in handy. It actually worked out better than using Lich, actually. So, like, I picked Vidomino as my secondary hero, but it's kind of like, eh. I mean, like, my other options were not good either. So 1-1 now. Let's take a look. So yeah, Bone Dragon turned out to be a card that was difficult to deal with too. So who are we worried about? We're worried about cards that will debuff my units and cards that can actually overpower my cards. Right? So Black Knight with Lord Heart, for example, will actually overpower my units. Alright, so I'm gonna start by, what do I get rid of here out of all of this? Let's see if my opponent gets rid of the Angel. Stone Gargoyle. Yeah. I bet you my opponent has the Angel here. But I don't think I can afford to... I don't think I can afford to take out my Angel here. I just don't think I can afford to do that. Weird bans on my part. You know, like after that last session, I seriously contemplated on just getting rid of the angel, just because I feel like I'm going to. Feels like I'm going to end up getting, hurting from it. Oh, the opponent's bans. Yeah, gargoyle and orc. Well, let's see. Let's see how this works out. 2 casters there. No, I need it to be here. Curious what the casters here are gonna do. Is it gonna be a heal maybe? Genie? Firelord? Afridi? I think there was a Afridi I didn't ban. So this is where I'm going to have a charger in place as well, right? So, okay. So he's gonna put. This is. I think this is a Lord Heart type player, huh? You think? So this guy. This is how I'm gonna play this then. See if he puts 8 defender here. Or if he's gonna bring in another. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I'm curious how this is gonna work out. Yeah, a lot of times it feels like it's the better. Yeah, so there is Lord Heart. Yeah, I didn't see Genie to get rid of. So basically this is an all heal, a ton of healing unit, but I was able to push through right away. So now I'm going to be distracting their healers. Alright, so their healer has no chance to heal their front line. And the reason I picked Walking Dead instead of Iron Golem is because I thought he might have Lord Heart, so I could pick a undead unit that doesn't get impacted. But that was just a very bizarre layout. No defense essentially, but worked out in my favor. I'm not sure why he would have gone rid of Gog, right? And I didn't pay attention. Did my opponent actually have Angel in the lineup? It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice. Alright, well, Genie's got to go. And I think the next one that's gonna go is the Bone Dragon. Okay, actually that's not too bad. This is actually, that's actually okay. Losing... So, Cyclops was another bait. So, Dad comes back to see Kit ruin his winning streak. That's funny. Oh yeah. my opponent's winning streak was ended by a Kit playing. That's funny. So a couple of things that worked out well. Cyclops was another bait that was intended to be bait, and the set bait was effective. Let's do that. Starting with this, I don't understand how, like, these kind of like really interesting yet kind of just weird-ish setup. Actually sometimes throws me off a little bit, right? uh... I mean, just to be safe, because I don't have a charger here. I probably could have put Lich back there. Again, like, is this just an AI selected, or did my opponent just literally didn't care? Can never tell. So Judge of all, hopefully also the shirt fits you properly. Right, give me a second, I'll just fix my screen a little bit. Go. Alright, so my opponent was using Gelu. And so that's why he didn't want my charger. And this is actually, you know, it actually feels like it works out okay, but just couldn't deal enough damage to punch through my front line. Galo just doesn't work. Like I mean, like he had two marksmen there and couldn't deal enough damage to actually take out anybody. Judge of all, you actually you went to the grocery store and started a conversation with 2 of the people that watch my channel. That is awesome. Wow. That is really cool. All right. Oh my gosh. These are some like powerhouses that I need to watch out for, huh? So we've got, out of all of these, it's gonna be, okay, out of all these, it was going to be Black Knight over... Yeah, I guess I'll do Behemoth. It was going to be Black Knight and Genie, but then since I don't have to worry about that, I think I still need to get rid of Behemoth. It was going to be like Pit Fiend or Behemoth, but Behemoth can be such a pain to deal with sometimes. So no Naga, right? So if I don't have Naga, I think I'm still okay. I just need to use a healer in place because I have less DPS to deal with. And so Black Judge of all, like how was the conversation? Did they have good things to say? Hopefully, that's kind of cool. That's actually cool that you can actually run into people that watch my channel. I didn't think that it was big enough for anybody to be able to randomly just recognize my logo. Mount Fenmore, aren't these all supposed to be live opponents? I think so. It's just I don't know if sometimes maybe like they time out or something and the computer just kind of takes over and does it. But yeah, I don't know. All right, so no Naga here, but I have Stone Gargoyle. So this is going to be a two attacker team. 2 attacker, 2 defenders, and now it's probably going to be a charger and a healer, because I don't have enough DPS, so I don't want to use Lich in this case. I'm gonna use I'm gonna have 2 defenders here. I feel like I don't have to, right? I'm gonna have a charger here, but I'm gonna defend here, and I'm going to actually heal right here. And depending on what my opponent does here, if he doesn't put anything here, I'm going to put a charger right over here. But I feel like I need to defend just because I don't want to deal with any chargers. Because my opponent had the Black Knight, and if he had Black Knight, I wonder if he has any other chargers in there. Ah, wow, look at that. So I think I'm definitely going to do this. He's gonna throw a charger up here. I wanted to put a white in here just to like be in the same lane over there, but he's probably gonna put a charger if I don't cover up the top lane. So let's see what he does over here. This is the square that's going to be critical. My opponent's thinking. Okay. That third lane is the weak spot right now. This third lane is seriously the weak spot. There's the Bone Dragon, huh? All right, so let's take out the Bone Dragon quickly, if we could. And now that we do, we're gonna go and we're gonna take out these guys, right? Vampires versus Lich. I wonder how we do. There's tree ants there. Yeah, I think we're good because we're up against the backline now, and this is with Rylan. Huh. Again, interesting choice of setup there, but you see how, like, with just an attacker and 2 casters, I mean, like, it's if you put a charger in that lane, it also, like, a charger and attacker, it actually goes through really easily. And oh, you start talking how I'm helping with Era Chaos. I'm doing what I can, but there are quite a few other much like more popular YouTubers out there for Era Chaos, but I'm doing what I can. I'm enjoying this for the most part. Yeah, okay, so let's get a Genie and let's see if my opponent gets rid of the Black Knight for me, right? Because what he'll see is he'll see that I didn't select Black Knight. I wonder if that's also sort of the plan too, right? My opponent sees I don't select Black Knight, so then he selects Black Knight for me, and that is perfect. Because Firebird isn't my choice. I selected Genie first, hoping that my opponent would just take care of the Black Knight, thinking that I have a Black Knight. But he got rid of his I guess that's the reverse psychology there. My opponent thinks that I actually have Behemoth, so he chose Behemoth instead. I guess that's the power of selecting first, huh? By not choosing Behemoth or Black Knight first, I guess that makes them think that I may have one? I don't know. Well, I'm not sure if Naga was up for selection, so the fact that my opponent didn't select it, that could be trouble for me. Okay. I need to be careful. Like, you see that little loading screen? Sometimes my network isn't stable enough, and it actually kind of makes me wait a little bit. All right, feels like this is going to be like a similar team here. So I'm going to have this and Gargoyle up here. You don't have Black Knight, so let's see how you respond here. But if that's the case, I might put a monk in here for the heal. Yeah, this is going to be like a crag type team, huh? So no chargers. And I'll heal instead. I think that's what I'm going to do. Legna Angel, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the kind words there. They always choose Behemoth, yeah, like I did too. Like, it's one of those, like, well, if I can't just see it out there, it's too much of a danger. It's too much of a danger here. All right, so this is Crag versus Crag. The difference is if I had Genie, that would be great, but I got rid of my opponent's Genie. So that could be the difference maker. Right? Crag versus Crag. And my opponent does have Naga as expected. But I have Monk. So with Monk as a healer, I think that's going to be the main difference maker, right? So I was able to get my skill off first too, so I can clear out some of their units. But Bone Dragon in the bottom lane is causing some issues, huh? Ugh. I thought that having my monk is gonna be the difference maker there. So what was the So what was the difference? Don't tell me it's the Bone Dragon, right? Can't tell me that's the Bone Dragon. So let's see what's the difference here. Because I'm truly surprised that I lost so badly. Well, he had the Demon and Pit Fiend. I had Demon. He didn't have a healer. So what's going on? Right, so he had 4 attackers, Goblin, Naga, Bone Dragon, and Pit Fiend. How long did my units last here? So Ogre and Walking Dead didn't last very long. So none of my shields lasted very long. In fact, my demon lost pretty quickly. Right, so all of my opponent's units lasted a little bit longer. So I wasn't able to punch through. I thought that having the monk there would be a difference maker, but it turns out it wasn't. So once again, I guess the Bone Dragon was the issue here. So the true damage that's dealt here. Stone Gargoyle did well here, but they're Goblin Bone Dragon. Alright, next time. Make sure I get Bone Dragon. I don't think Bone Dragon was available for selection. Are we again at 4-2? So we're basically going for 5 wins each time only? Oh dear. Alright, let's get rid of Bone Dragon, huh? The next one on the chopping block for me was going to be Behemoth, but if not Behemoth, then I guess Dendroid Guard. Yeah, Bone Dragon turned out to be the reason for my loss, for 2 of the losses now. Phoenix, welcome to the stream here, where it's going to be all Duel of Heroes and nothing but Duel of Heroes, and hoping to get Mephala, because otherwise this will be a clickbait, because the thumbnail for my video claimed that I'm using Mephala for 20 wins, and so far I have not used Mephala because I haven't selected her. Alright, so we got... Is that a Lich, maybe? Am I up against another crack team? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Well, I've got to respond. I guess I need to respond. Oh no. My opponent banned my Lich, so that's not a Lich. Could be Monk? A trap up here with... Are you gonna throw a charger there? No?
No one can beat me.
I don't know what's going on here. That's probably a giant in the back, right? Back corner? No, that's a genie there. And rock. None of these units that I saw. Firebird, rock, angel. None of these units showed up. None of these units were something that I saw. All right, well I got rid of their Naga early, and it's not revived, so that's a good sign. All right, but their genie in the back is going to cause an issue with the heal. So I just hope that my monk doesn't get burned down. But I think we're good. We're onto their genie already. Like, the big difference there is the 2 attackers on the bottom. they're not protected, so throwing my charger in there actually made a difference. Phoenix, you seem to be running behind. Oh, you know, you were sleeping. That's the issue. Just have to not sleep. Well, again, we got 5 wins, so that's at least something. I haven't done well. I haven't been doing well in the last few. Oh my gosh, what do I kind of want to get rid of him last. I'll get rid of the Black Knight second. Okay. Green Dragon's probably okay. That was a strange unit choice for Catherine. That was my thought exactly. With Catherine, you have to have swordsman. Like there's no question about that. That's so far 6 win. At least get halfway there. And so, if Judge of All, if you're still here, if anybody's still here, I wonder if that's gonna be, huh? Okay, you know, just kind of curious, like, what you guys think. I know we're kind of talking off topic, not talking about Era of Chaos right now, but I'm just kind of curious, like, you know, do you feel like you're gonna be excited about the change for the next event in Legendary? I'm just kind of curious here. And also for Era of Chaos. For me, these things throw me off. Seriously, like it shouldn't, but it totally throws me off. Hey, Angus Cons, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome to the stream here. Okay, this totally feels like a. I almost feel like I don't need a... What am I going to do for my last one? I almost feel like I don't need to do anything here. I'm just going to throw a defender up here, just because. But anyways, yeah, for like Era Chaos, like, you know, I'm kind of curious like what kind of content you guys would like to see more of. So I started down a path of creating some hero updates, and the last video I made for Rashka, I think the music was too loud, so I'm going to fix that a little bit. And the next one I was going to do, I was thinking of using, I was going to highlight Adelaide. It was going to be either Adelaide or Luna, but I definitely want to talk about Solmir at some point because that's actually my primary hero. So anyways, just kind of let me know like what content you'd like to see. Like, you know, I don't want to just like duplicate what everybody else has been doing, but I know that I'm really kind of catching up a little bit. Playing catch up, a lot of the content creators have done like a really good job already of like, you know, explaining the game really well. And so just, you know, looking for things that based on my other conversations with people that have just started playing, like what they're looking for. I know that West Wolf, you talked about, you know, more sort of like that guild adventures walkthrough, just so that people can see what's going on. I think that's a good idea. But you know, give me more of your feedback on what you think is your preference. And so let's see. Did I get Mephala in yet? I never got Mephala. So like I said, total clickbait. And I'm gonna have to change my thumbnail, because I was kind of going in thinking at least I should at least get a Mephala in this case, right? All right, so learning my lesson, get rid of Bone Dragon. I might also get rid of out of all these here, I think Pit Fiend's the one that I want to get rid of, right? I think out of all these, Pit Fiend's the one that I don't want. Alright. And my opponent actually got rid of 2 Liches there. Let me see something. Come on. Come here. Give me a hug. Love you. Good night.
Daddy, and you promise that you leave the lights on in the hallway so we don't get...
I'll leave the light on for you so you don't get scared. Close the door, okay? All right. Let's see in the on the video here. So you guys are not really excited. It looks like they are. Looks like they're reverting back, but you're not really sure that's better. You think it's gonna be worse. And David Rothwell, you think that they let you down. The health is gonna be not gonna be lowered. All right, so this might be a similar. I might be facing another crack potentially, based on this. Depends on how many attackers we see. And Westwolf, your legendary expectations are rock bottom. And Angus Collins, heroes that are good for PvE, which is more important for a free-to-play player. And so these are, I think, when you play PvE, that's when you have control over your. That's when you have control over your skills, right? And I personally think that Solmir is amazing. Solmir is so good, but I don't think you can earn him early enough. Like, I only earned him because I was able to buy him out using gems, but he's not available anymore. So what would be another good one? Let me think. Luna's, I think Adelaide is actually a really good PvE, a really good one for PvE, actually. Should I just do this? And yeah, it doesn't feel like a charger is going to be a good choice here. Contemplate on putting a charger in, but I think I'm just going to go for a heal instead. Right, Adelaide feels like a solid hero that will get you out of a lot of situations by using her ring of frozen ring. Right there, you can see. I like Adelaide. I think, like, you know, ones that are gonna be like too hard to use are gonna be Galu is not gonna be an easy one to use, I don't think. Mephala is not gonna be easy to use. Crag actually would be a reasonable one, but for free-to-play players, as they're starting out, I kind of feel like what they need is something that can give them a little bit more, something easy to use, something that's really easy to use. And I thought that Adelaide was really fun to use because you have control, right? You have control over who you freeze, and I think that's a big deal. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you think too. So underground in the guild map is only good if your guild is focused on it, but great during the weekend for great diamonds if they're. We actually started talking about it within our guild. We started talking about, like, hey, let's focus on some underground. We have to sort of like figure out the right timing for it. And so let's see. Yeah, so guild map is definitely one that a lot of people have questions on, and Galu is what you use. Galu is what you use often as a second choice for Trial of Angels. For that, yeah, because I think with Trial of Angels you can use. There was that one time where I ended up using all ranged units, and that actually worked out really well because they can shoot outside of the range of the opponent. So yeah, Galu is actually really good in Trial of Angels too. All right, we're 7 wins. Somehow we got to 7 wins, better than I expected we would do. And we're up against King Tor. I actually recognize that name. I feel like I've faced up against King Tor before. Let's see. So if I get rid of Bone Dragon first, will my opponent get rid of either... then I guess I'll get rid of Bone Dragon Genie. I was gonna say, like, hey, you know, if I get rid of Bone Dragon first, will my opponent get rid of either one of these two? And so, no Naga, no Demon for me. This is gonna be hard. This is going to be really difficult, I think. I think I'm going to be in for a little bit of a challenge. Was there a 3D on the map? I think, I mean, on the ban list, but I feel like Bone Dragon has hit me so hard, so many times, I kind of felt like I needed to do that. Alright, so here is my issue. These are what I have to work with. And one of these is going to be Behemoth. So I'm going to actually put in my Pikeman to go up against a single large unit. And I'll probably put Monk behind him. I'll do this. And see how my opponent responds here. I am unsure what the right play is, but let's see. I'm gonna place another attacker and a defender here. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be using Charger. I've got to defend and attack here. Actually, no, I'm gonna do this. Force you to place a unit up here. Because really my only option now is to throw in a Charger to break through. My opponent knows exactly what he's doing, huh? Alright, I don't have a choice, gotta stop you here. Because the Charger is going to... come through here. The defense is low on this end. Can only hope for the best. 2 Dendroid guards. All right, so let's see how my pikemen do against the behemoth, right? Because they're supposed to deal additional damage against a one-man unit. So there you go. We took care of their behemoth, and I think that was the right placement there. Angel revived one of my units that died. But like, we're up against Dendroid Guard with using our pikemen, so that could be helpful, I think. But we're losing our health rather quickly. Come on. Okay, so got rid of most of the orc here. I think we should be able to take out. Did I lose pikemen? I lost pikemen. But we have Angel here. I think we're good. I think. Look at the monk just like going up front. You're not. Don't go to the front line. Did you see the monk going up to the front line there? So I think in this particular case, putting pikemen in actually helped, because we were able to take down the behemoth immediately with the pikemen's sort of you know ability to deal additional damage to one-man units. At least that's how I felt. That was good. Ooh, that was intense. I'm glad it actually worked out. 8 wins, much better than I would have expected. And I think Bone Dragon, like getting rid of Bone Dragon there, actually was the key here. Well, I know I want to get rid of this guy. Okay. Yeah, no choice. Kamikaze monk. they got upgraded to zealots. That was just like they just ran right ahead, right to the front line. All right. So I have less choices for my defenders. That's actually a good play on their part, but I still have three defenders at least. It's gonna like. Oh, I'm gonna. This is an interesting sort of selection here. Also, right? And I will place my monk over here. Two chargers. I guess I don't have much of a choice here, do I? Don't have much of a choice. This could be it. This could be a loss right here. Lord Hart? No, Crag with vampires. Interesting. So once again, we'll see how this works out, I guess. 2 stone gargoyles and 2 vampires. This could be bad news for me. So we've lost our vampire, they lost their vampire. They lost their stone gargoyles. Okay, here's the problem, right? So there go the vampires charging through. And I'm down to just a few more units there, so it's probably not gonna be enough. The only unit I have left is my Iron Golem. Yeah, that's not gonna be good enough. Ah! The 2 chargers. So he basically had 2 stone gargoyles and 2 vampires. If I had taken out any of those 2, that would have been a big loss for him. But the one I had to get rid of was their Black Knight. So it was Black Knight and it was Black Knight. I think I got rid of their Behemoth. That was unfortunate. So that was 8 wins. Closer to the 12 at least, I guess. Let's take a look and see our stats. So Naga was definitely the best one here. How are we doing? 926 and oh no, I think it's rewards. Rewards is where we can see how many wins we have. 27 wins on a season, so we just need 3 more wins to get this. So I guess we got time. My top lane is totally, yeah, it was totally just like I lost 2 out of my 5 defenders, and that was something to watch out for. All right, let's go in one more time and see if we can get Mephala this time, and we don't. So I don't want Ryland. I don't know I want Vidomina, because that's gonna Vidomina is 2. Or is it? Alright, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Out of these 3, which one would you want me to pick? And I will pick the first answer, but please don't say Ryland. Angus Cons, a video idea you don't think you've seen is how much you can improve your spells outside of leveling up a hero. The mage guild, of course, but also hero masteries. That's a good idea. Alright, so Adelaide is. If we go with Adelaide, this feels like it's always like the first option for me, so I'll go with Monk. Yeah, Ice Queen is definitely a safe choice, right? All right, so if we're gonna go with her, Stone Gargoyle or Pit Fiend, I feel like Pit Fiend is generally a better option because she also summons something. Anything that causes slow will help spells. Oh, okay, go with slows. Go with slows. Centaur does slow, that's right. So I have a Pit Fiend. Yeah, with Vidomina it's kind of very like specific. If I don't get those units, then it's kind of hard to make the team work. I think a 3D will go better. All right, so here's Centaur. So let's go pick Centaur. So Dendroid Guard also deals slow, right? Forget Dwarf increases the health, but I think Dendroid Guard is going to be better, and also it would be a an option for people to try and ban, I guess. So this will cause bleeding. It deals more damage with bleeding. Let's go with that then. All right. Naga, Angel, Behemoth. I think I will always go with Angel as the first choice. Ogre, White, or Rock? So Rock deals more damage here, and all hostiles hit decreases. See, like, this is the one thing I didn't quite understand. So when they say the hit is decreased by 155%, does that mean like the amount of damage that they do? Or is that's not the same as precision, right? So like, it's not like they'll miss. Like the amount they deal damage for is going to... This is more for evasion. So evasion, create synergy with demons. Evasion. Rock is low-key Greta. I'm not sure what do you mean. I don't want to pick something and miss a important information here. So what's a low-key Greta? It's low-key great. Oh, Rock is low-key great. Ogre hands down. So Ogre does life drain. So let's see. We've got 3. We'll come back to Rock if I see him again. I'll go with Rock if I see it again. Let's do that. All right, so I already have Monk. Gremlin does stun. Causes stun at distance and deals burst damage. Right, so when facing 1-man or 4-man units, its normal attack has a chance to stun for 3.2 seconds. I've never used it. I kind of feel like I want to try it, just to throw in there. Alright, so I think I already got Pit. I already have all 3 of these. I literally have all 3 of these already. Pit Fiend. I guess what would be better? It would be 2 Pit Fiends are a bit better than... Maybe 2 Pit Fiends is better than 2 Afridi. Alright, now we got all chargers with Adelaide. So Griffin does... So when Griffin's on the field, all your flying units' attack is increased. And health is increased. And when they're in high morale, they receive 30% more movement speed increase. You know, I'm going to try this because I have Monk, I have Adelaide, and I have Stun. And I have all these other things, and I have a flying unit. Griffin is trash. Man, I just started talking up about Griffin and you... I guess I'll go with Vampire. Genie! Where have you been? Come on. Firebird, Gog, or... I got a lot of casters, huh? So I got Rock. Raw damage is once again going to be a starting point for a discussion. Here the caster appears to be top 20. Oh, are you finding something from like another from like a Reddit article or something? Let's see. So Lich, Efreeti, and Gog, and Dragon, Firebird. Alright, let's go Gog. Oh my gosh. Dude. Alright, so we got Bone Dragon, Naga, Black Knight. This is a... It feels like there's not a bad choice overall. With my composition, attackers, damage dealer, I use Naga a lot, but Bone Dragon, okay, I'm not using, it's just low morale, right? Causes low morale, decrease, silence, low morale, and it basically reduces reduction, but I'm using Adelaide. I only have one charger. I guess I'll use Black Knight then. So Reddit is always a good place for information, definitely. Let's go Black Knight. So we have Vampire, Cavalier, Unicorn, Vampire. Would I do 2 vampires? No, I think because now I got 3 chargers. Let's go Cavalier. Alright, so I think because I selected... Hold on a second, I don't have Swordsman, do I? And I have more of the fire units. It feels like Rashka is going to be... Feels like Rashka is going to have to... It's going to be another Rashka versus... my first playthrough, it was actually a Rashka as my main hero and then Adelaide as a second hero. This time around, I feel like it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be Adelaide as my main hero and then Rashka as the second. Again, no Mephala. No Mephala as my... hero. This is... So now on the one hand I have some units that really cost slow that will help deal more damage for my from Adelaide, and Rashka that works well with Pit Fiend and Firelord, and I don't have Demon once again. Alright, one unit I can get rid of, the one I'm most worried about. Because I know I'm going to get rid of Behemoth, but in case my opponent gets rid of Behemoth for me, so I lost Genie there. If I lose Genie there, I'll get rid of more shields then. Alright, so now my opponent has lost 3 of their defenders. Marksman, interesting. So you think that I should get rid of Marksman? Thinking that it could be a Gelu team? Alright, I'll start with Angel here and then Guard up here. Kind of want to play something a little bit different too. Is Luna ever... I don't think I've ever used Luna, and I hardly played Monir. So I played Yogg. I played Yogg for the first time. It was just at 1 star though. But so let's see. What am I gonna do? Like, I'm playing Adelaide, right? I'm playing Adelaide, and so here's Pit Fiend. Playing Adelaide. I want units that cost slow. Here's the unit cost. Oh, should have played Centaur. Centaur for slow. Not really what I wanted to play Rock, and I wanted to play Black Knight. I don't think my opponent has enough defenders, to be honest with you. I got rid of 3 of his defenders. I don't think my opponent is playing with 6 defenders, to be honest with you. Take a risk right here. I don't think my opponent has another defender. Right? Unless he has 6 defenders. Taking a risk here. So he's got a charge up there. Alright, and with this setup, I'm going to use Adelaide. 2 chargers. Put Rock in 3rd row. Oh wow, so we've got Lord Heart there. 2 Black Knights. I thought I froze them! Look at that, so I froze a majority of the Black Knights there, and they still took out my Black Knights. Jeez. Okay, so that's just way too strong. And my opponent has two Death Knights. 2 Death Knights and how many Dendroid Guards there? That was after getting rid of majority of his defenders there already. That is crazy. But somehow we are actually winning. We just need to get rid of this Black Knight, this Death Knight right here. Come on. There you go. We needed to get rid of that Death Knight. Oh. I feel like this would have been a loss for me if I used Rashka instead of Adelaide. So the crowd control here actually, look at that. The Rock actually Rock was it MVP? No, Horned Demon actually did a lot of work, although the Rock died right away. Look at the Death Knight. Like two of their units, I froze most of them, and 2 of them dealt so much damage to my team. So we were able to do some good work there. Rock did good. Horned Demon. Oh, the Horned Demon actually, from my Pit Fiend, saved the day really on the bottom. But yeah, look at the amount of damage that Rock actually was able to deal by himself. So you were right. And I think this also decreased their overall damage there. Damage taken. So damage taken, Ogre here, Dendroid Guard there, Dendroid Guard, and Death Knight. Look at that, 81 seconds. They took a lot of hits. Horned Demon again, Black Knight, Centaur, Pit Fiend, Horned Demon, Angel didn't do so well. But yeah, so the Ogre was a good choice there. Centaur and a heal. Pit Fiend, look at the heal from the Pit Fiend, because the Pit Fiend healed my my Horn Demon, I think, and an Angel. So these three really healed a lot. So that is from their Death Knight Orc. Death Ripple did a lot of work, but my Frost Ring also worked well. So yeah, so overall that is, I think Rock worked out well, and I think Nailbiter, Nailbiter to the end. All right, 1 win. All right, let's do this. So like, despite the fact that I had a 3D that could have worked well with Rashka, I felt like in that particular instance, Adelaide saved me with her ice wall. The ice wall really made a difference there. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Let's see how. So the rock evasion bonus plus demons is nice. So that really helped there. All right, so okay, so like most of these are owned by me. Firebird and I guess Archmage. Ooh, that's 2 Archmages there. And I got rid of my Afridi. Okay, that's okay. Any idea what buffs the Angel? So I think the Angel. I know I'm gonna do this right here. So the Angel deals additional damage by himself against any infernal units. That I know. That much I know. All right, and so we'll do this and this right here. The Pit Fiends worked out well. Okay. So Ogre was good. And I'll have Genie in the back. And I don't really need to. I could leave one lane open, unless he puts in the charger there, which he doesn't. So I'll do this. And then try card right here. So you're gonna put another charge up here. I feel like he's just forcing me to put something up here. Will I... I'm gonna do this. Taking a risk here, taking a chance to see what happens here. Alright, so got the rock here. He's gonna be in the same line as the Cavaliers. Come on, hit the Cavaliers. So just need to take out the Cavaliers and we could be good. Why isn't he using his Thunder? Okay, so we reduce their heal. No one's dead yet so far. Okay, so there is one of their units down. Okay, we got rid of their Cavaliers. Good. Now we can focus on the units up top. Okay, so we got rid of more units down bottom. Now it's basically Angel versus Angel and Genie, but he can't attack my Genie in the back, so that's at least a good thing. So I think I have an advantage here with Adelaide. Anytime she freezes Genie, I think it also reduces their heal, right? So I think that's gonna be an advantage for my part. That was a risk. That was a risk actually, but then I feel like if I had put anything up here, I don't know if that would have been a better choice. I just don't know if putting a defender up there would have made my fight easier. But I wanted to put Rock in here. So that, whew, that was a win right there. The Frost Ring did freeze people. So the double Pit Fiend summoning demons is a great synergy for Rock. Yeah, so that worked out well. Whew. You would have put in Cyclops. That was, so I guess what you're saying is I put Cyclops in the top corner to stun, basically to attract the charger. All right, so one unit here. I don't see anything great, so I'll get rid of this guy first. And if he doesn't get rid of Behemoth, then I guess I will. Not great options, to be honest. Ew. Pit Fiend's gone. Okay. Alright, gotta play this a little bit differently. No Pit Fiends. So probably not gonna put Rock in. No Pit Fiends, no Demons. What would be a good choice here? So this team... lost a lot of my... I lost a lot of my attackers in that one. So I guess I'll... yeah, so this one's gonna be a little tough. I think about what I want to do here.
Let the flames devour everything.
I don't have enough damage. Right now, I don't have enough damage. Right? Problem is I don't have enough damage, and so I'm not sure I like this setup, but I guess that is gonna be how it's gonna have to be. Not sure I like this. Two chargers.
Freeze.
You like it with Genie plus Angel? It's gonna be another Crag. Okay, so let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best.
I was born ice and
Okay. Wow, look at that. Ring of basically the frozen ring on top of ice wall is going to cause huge damage. Again, Bone Dragon here causing some pain for me. Dendroid Guard's about to go down, but he gets revived, so that's good. Come on, come on, throw another ice spell in there. So there goes the Bone Dragon. Frost Rain froze the Angel. Freeze the Angel again. Alright, we got another win here. Woohoo! You just did a draft and the choices for army units were identical? So did you end up picking up the same, same as me? I should have looked at the stats there, but seriously, Adelaide is working out really well. Like, I had wanted to use Rashka, but man, Adelaide is so clutch in these situations. Like, I didn't actually like that, like what I had to work with very much. But I guess I'll get rid of Bone Dragon first. Now, the choice between Firebird or Lich. I'm gonna keep Firebird there. I'm gonna get rid of Lich. Bet you Lich is part of their core unit there. So, okay, so this is good. I have much better... You went for a double Cyclops? Ooh. You would have taken Mage? Okay, so... Ogre is actually working out well here. Alright, Pit Fiend, Rock, Pit Fiend, Rock, that's 5 units. Dendroid Guard, that's 6. Genie, that's 7. And then one more here. I think we have a relatively good setup right now. Okay. This. Okay, and then I've got Genie here. I'm going to place behind the Angel. Another Pit Fiend. Maybe Rock here, so that's 3. And a Defender. Or if I go with... Look at that, huh? Okay. I will put Genie here, and I will put this guy here. I'll put Rock here, and I'll probably put a Charger or a Defender here, depending on what my opponent does. The Dendroid slows in an area great in the middle. I see. So I guess I don't have a choice here but to put this. Description: deals slow to surrounding hostile units within a large range. Yeah, so having Dendroid Guard usually in the middle is a bit better. I do agree with that. Come on, let's see one more Charger unit right up here, right? Or are you gonna double down and throw another Charger in here? No, he's just gonna place another...
Freeze.
Huh. So I got rid of Lich. Felicia, you're dropped in from NA9. Oh, I faced you in the last win. I see. Spent 150 gems just on the off chance got to play in work. Hey, that was a good match. So you were actually watching the stream and playing at the same time? That's awesome. That's awesome. And so hopefully, and you know, I guess hopefully this is a good opportunity to kind of take a look and see what we did. And I'm always looking to learn to improve as well. So it was kind of fun doing this on the stream, getting all kinds of inputs from everybody. So let's see. Now, what's really curious is I guess we probably did the selections at the same time, right? And so you got to see my choices as well, right? So my opponent's using 2 units of Monk. Interesting. basically a unit's like never dying. But okay, so these little tree ants in the back are causing some trouble. But if we can get rid of their angel, then we can remove some of that revive. Okay. Come on, we just need another ice wall. So ice wall, get rid of the unicorn. And get rid of, oh my gosh, I think the Firebird was actually about to deal their ultimate skill. Frozen. Okay, so there's another win there. Hey, Adelaide's good. Adelaide is actually really good. Phoenix, I am on NA7. So NA-7. The stream is easily 20 to 30 seconds behind the real time. Oh, that's too bad. I thought it was closer to maybe like 7 seconds or something. So you're drafting from NA9? Hey, I'm gonna have to come back and watch this stream and do a little highlight afterwards. That's really cool. Got a chance to see you play here. So I see 2 undead, right? So I see Bone Dragon, I see Lich. Of all of these, like, it feels like, I guess it's half and half. But all of these, out of all of these units, I think, okay, so got rid of Monk, got rid of Dendroid Guard. I'll get rid of Lich then. Out of all of these, can't get rid of Angel. I don't have enough attackers. So who did I lose again? I lost Monk and Dendroid Guard. Monk and Dendroid Guard. I will respond with this. The AI with Adelaide seems really on point. It really is. It worked out well for me so far. So I guess what I'll do is I'll stick with this, and if there's no chargers on either top or bottom, I'll do this. This is what I'll do. I will do. So this gives me an option, right? I could force my opponent to put something down here. Oh. So Angus Cons, I didn't see your message, so I need you to type it out again. So as soon as you type it up, I'm gonna say chows. I'm gonna say chaos as soon as you type a message. So I'm gonna watch. So take a look. As soon as you type it out, I'm going to say chaos. And then let me know how long the stream delayed for. So I'm actually just gonna watch right here. Chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. So how long was that delay? All right, so Black Knight versus Black Knight. We actually won that engagement. We actually did better in that engagement, even with his will to kill. Right? We actually did better. Yeah, their Black Knight was the one that died. They have Rock as well, though, huh? So we basically is Rock versus Angel. We have the same units, but my Pit Fiends on the bottom, I think made a difference. And Adelaide, oh my gosh, just look at that critical timing of freezing. So 9 seconds. Okay, so it's a 9-second delay, which is, I guess, not too bad. it does mean that I can't get true real-time help. And Felicia there, you didn't do very well. That double goblin with Crag was killing hard until you faced me. Well, I wasn't doing so hot before either. Like 5, I think 7 wins. Or was it 8? Was the most I got? Like hoping for 12 wins here. But this is going to be probably a, you know, hopefully keeping my fingers crossed that we do a little bit better. And I hardly get to play Duel of Heroes, so this is really fun. Like, this is a great fun like weekend event for me. All right. These options aren't great. I don't like these options. I don't like these options, but I think Demon is a good one to get rid of, because most of these are mine. I don't want to get rid of any of these, and I don't really am not worried about the chargers much. So are you gonna get rid of the Behemoth for me? And the Angel? No, I got rid of Genie. Jeez. Got rid of his own Genie. Get rid of your own Genie. I have Monk. So I'll get rid of the Behemoth then. So I will use Monk in place of Genie. Why doesn't the mode end in 4 minutes? Oh my gosh, this is gonna be my last fight probably. I didn't expect to do so well actually. So let's put Dendroid Guard here to slow everyone, yeah? And then I'll put Ogre down here. Left the Angel does say a lot. That's what I was thinking too. And also kind of, you can kind of tell just by like the heavy emphasis in the front. And he got rid of Genie. Right, got rid of Genie, which is interesting for me, right? So I'm just gonna kind of say I'll respond here in the middle. You gotta do something in the middle here. You're probably gonna put a charger behind, which is fine. Probably will put a charger behind, or no, just gonna be all out Crack. And I'm gonna put the Monk right here. If he's playing Crack, he'll probably put a charger in and it's probably gonna be Vampire. Or not. Yeah, if I don't cover the top lane, this attacker is gonna go right through the top. So you'll probably put a defender over here. If I don't put something up here, this attacker will actually walk right through. So there's a defender. All right. So this is going to be an interesting battle. He's probably got a Monk in the back too. No. So it's Mephala. It's not Crack. I thought it was going to be Crack for sure. All right, so let's see how this works out. Angel was obvious. Bone Dragon is going to cause some problems here. Shield right in the middle. That's going to cause problems as well. But let's see how we do. If we can freeze the Angel, or we can freeze some of these guys, that might give us more of an advantage. Okay. So the bottom lane, we seem to be a little bit of a crunch. Very even. Alright, so did you see that? It is now over. So I guess after this ends, I'm hoping that our results will actually count. Alright, so we're actually losing out here a little bit. Mephala increases the health of the defenders, right? So their defenders are actually wait, what just happened there? What was that spell? That's too bad. It looks like we couldn't deal enough damage to get through there. thing. But I thought that it was over. I thought you were not gonna count this loss. I thought that's what was gonna happen. Like this fight was just like, you know, we're done. We're not gonna count it, and I remain at what am I? 5-0. But no, I'm 5-1. So that's the end of Duel of Heroes. So never play after the event ends. It's interesting to see. Yeah, this is basically how this works. So yeah, that was Mephala. I'm gonna go back and pay attention because I want to use Mephala. That there's a chance that that opponent that I faced is also going after the lore, and that's why he's using that. So obviously going with a four defender team, and it was using. Oh, and it was a good idea using a Freedy, because a Freedy also provides fire shield for their demons and whatnot to give their defenders even more health. So that is that was Duel of Heroes. Looks like we've got more to go, so let's try out tomorrow and then see how things work out. So that's it for me for this stream. Then I think it's about 2 hours as well. So thank you very much for joining me here. It's been great. It's a lot of fun. And so I took some feedback for from what videos you guys like to see. So I'm gonna take a look, and we are going to. I'm going to come up with more videos that are going to be a little bit shorter. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care all.